Hi, I'm Lorraine. Welcome to the District Yoga and welcome to your traditional flow. You don't need any props today, but if you'd like, you're always more than welcome to have any props that you need. We're going to start in a child's pose, so just come to tabletop position. Let the knees open up as wide as feels appropriate. Let the feet come to touch, and then just go and shift the hips back, letting the forehead come down either to your mat, or again, if you like the support of a block underneath the head, that might feel good. Arms reaching forward if that feels okay for your shoulders today. Just take a few moments just to land here. Just noticing how the physical body feels today. Whether you're practicing early morning or at night, just notice where you are. Maybe allow yourself to step away from whatever you just came from. Notice in this child's pose, it really is gesture of folding into yourself. So see if you can give yourself permission to let that happen. An easeful forward fold. And again, I mentioned today is going to be a traditional flow. So no expectations, no judgments of what that might mean. If you're familiar with a vinyasa practice, you'll be familiar with pretty much every shape we go through. So I want you to use that to your advantage today. If, on the other hand, you're fairly new to a vinyasa practice, I want you to just ground down into that, knowing that you're okay to begin where you are, and that even the most advanced vinyasa practitioners need to begin again. And sometimes having that beginner's mind is often a delight. That into our practice today. If not already, reaching the arms forward, maybe lift the elbows off the mat. Take a breath in. Big breath out. Slowly make your way up to a tabletop position, finding your way to all fours. And we're just going to start into the spine a little bit. So go ahead and drop the belly down, send the gaze up, stay here a couple moments, really feel the front of the body, find some space, some length. Feel the chest opening here. Feel the fingers spreading and pressing into your mat. Take a breath in. And then only when you're ready, just slowly start to round through the back, start to tuck that chin, and really feel yourself pressing the floor away so that your scapula behind you really spread apart from the spine. Breathe so we find that space for the backside body. If you're with me, go ahead and drop the belly down. Inhale, we'll find a couple cat-cows. Exhale, dome and round through the back. Inhale, 3 more. Exhale, round it out. Last 2. Beautiful. Last one. Inhale really deep. Exhale, round it out. Once you're done there, come back to a long neutral spine. We're going to lift that right leg up behind us. We're going to keep pressing through that right hand and then let that left arm sneak forward as if you're going to shake somebody's hand, thumb facing up towards the sky. Just find a little bit of balance here to start out. Press that floor away, engage through the belly, get long through the limbs. Not about how high, but how long can you get. Last couple moments. Inhale, get long again. Exhale, just set it down. Maybe wiggle the hips side to side. We'll just switch that out. So left leg reaches long, right arm sweeps back. Right arm reaches forward, and that thumb faces up towards the sky. Get long through the limbs, engage through the core. And then just breathe. Arrive where you are. Doesn't matter how it looks, just matters how it feels, getting long through those limbs, pressing that left hand into the earth. Take one more inhale. Exhale, set it down, wiggle the hips side to side. And from here, go ahead and step the feet back to an upper push-up position, a plank pose. You're always more than welcome to drop the knees if you ever need to drop the knees. Take a breath in, maybe shift to the tippy toes, and then lower all the way down to the belly. Keeping the hands underneath the shoulders, feet unravel if not already. Let's go ahead and lift up into your first cobra pose. Doesn't matter how high it goes. Lower back down. Let's get a couple more like that. On the inhale, lift the chest, lift the heart, elbows squeeze, shoulders draw down. Exhale, lower down. One more like that. Let's hold this one at the top. Inhale to lift up. Cobra pose, elbows squeeze, shoulders draw down and away from the ears for 2. Last one, inhale. Lower all the way down. Come back through tabletop position. Shift back to child's pose. Take a breath in. Big breath out. Tabletop again. As you start to tuck the toes, we're going to start to hover the knees, start to straighten the legs, and just come into what we call our first downward facing dog. Maybe pedal the feet, maybe shake the head, whatever kind of feels good today. First downward facing dog. Pressing that chest back, getting long through the back body, that posterior chain. If you're with me, go and press the heart back. Slowly make your way to the top. That could be a couple steps. That could be one big step. Just find yourself in a standing forward fold. Letting the head hang super heavy, no rush. Let's bend at the knees and bring the hands to the shins. Find a half flat back, lots of length. Core sucks up and in. Spine gets really long. And again, you could keep the bend in the knees or you can come to the straight legs. You decide. On the exhale, just fold the knees. 2 more legs, hands to shins, half flat back. Inhale. Exhale, dive it out. Halfway up, inhale long. Exhale, just fold back in. Let's bend the knee really generously and just ragdoll our way up to standing. Slow as you need, vertebrae by vertebrae. Crown of the head will come up last, shoulders draw down and away from the ears. Go ahead and sweep the arms up towards the sky on an inhale. Hands to the heart space as you exhale. We'll get into a traditional warm-up A. So if you're with me, sweep the arms back up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold, dive back in. Hands to shins, halfway lift. On the exhale, plant the hand, just step back to plank, but right away, lower down slow. Inhale to lift the heart, find that back bend of choice. Exhale, lower back down and press your way through table, plank. You're lifting those hips back up, coming into downward facing dog. Breathe it out. Let's pick up the pace. 1 breath, 1 movement. Press the heart back. Slowly step or hop, top of the mat you go. Half glance. Exhale, bow in. Let's stand up, reach it up tall. Hands to the heart space as you breathe out. Inhale, you rise and reach. Exhale, forward fold. Half flat back. Hands to your mat, step or hop it, lower down through your vinyasa. You could skip it if you need. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Breathe it out. Yes. Press the heart back. To the top of the mat you go again. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, root to rise. Hands to the heart space. Breathe out. Reach it back up. Forward fold, back in. Halfway up. Hands to the earth, step or hop it, lower down. Inhale, lift it. Exhale, make your way back to downward facing dog. Breathe it out. We'll say that's it for those. Take a couple breaths, downward facing dog. Let's move right on. Warm up B. Press your chest back. Slowly step or hop it. Top of the mat you go again. Inhale, find that length. Exhale, fold in. Here's the change. Bend the knees to 90. Come into what we call chair pose as the arms float up. Utkatasana. You squat into this invisible chair. And I want you to check into your feet. Really press into the feet. You should be able to lift up your toes if you wanted to. You don't have to. So shift those shins back if you can't see them. Squat into those thighs. Belly's turned on. Arms are reaching. Shoulders are down and away from the ears. Pinky fingers roll in towards each other. Stay here just a couple more breaths, building some heat. Utkatasana. Squat a little bit lower into your chair. Massive breath. Forward fold. Dive it out. Halfway lift. Hands to your mat. Step or hop. Lower down slow. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Breathe it out. On your next breath in, the right leg's going to lift up long. 3-leg down dog. On the exhale, step it forward. Back foot's 45. Once you have the feet, rise up, reach up through the arms. Warrior 1. Settle in. Check in. Lower body's strong. That front knee is bent. The arms are reaching. The hips are square. And your breath is with you. Yes. Settle in. Just downloading it for this first round. Pretty traditional warm-up B. Surya Namaskar B. Take one more breath. Reach up tall. Hands to the earth. Let's step it back and lower all the way down. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe out. Switching sides. Left leg rises. Step it forward. Back foot 45. Inhale, I come up to warrior 1. Left side might feel different than it did on the other side. That's okay. Just check back in. Hips square, feet rooted, legs working and active. Upper body light, arms reaching. Breath steady. Yes, I can. I can breathe through whatever obstacle comes my way. If you're with me, reach up one more time. Hands to the earth, step it back, lower down slow. Inhale, maybe up dog if that's in your practice. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Breathe it out. Just a couple rounds like that, 2, maybe 3. Let's pick up the pace. 1 breath, 1 movement. If you're with me, press the chest back. Step or hop it, top of the mat. Halfway up. Bow it in. Chair pose. We squat it, just the inhale. Forward fold. Dive it out. Half glance. Hands to the earth. Step or hop it. Lower down. Heart shines. Downward facing dog. Breath out. Right leg's gonna lift. Step it forward. On the inhale, find your warrior 1. On the exhale, lower it down all the way. Heart's gonna lift. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Left side. Step it forward. Inhale, rise it. Exhale, hands low. Lower down. Heart shines. Downward facing dog. Yes, one last round. Let's just get this second one. Press it back. Step or hop it. Halfway up. Bow it in. Or pose. Inhale. Forward dive. Get out. Halfway. Hands to your mat. Step or hop it. Inhale. Lift the heart. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Yes. Right side lifts up. Step it forward. Inhale. I rise. Hands to the mat. Wash all of that out. Heart shines. Downward facing dog. Last side, left leg. Step forward. Inhale, I rise. Hands to the mat. Lower down slow. Inhale. Downward facing dog. In fact, crawl your hands
to the back of the mat. Find yourself in this nice standing forward fold. Just breathe here. You could have big bent knees. You could sway side to side. You can grab opposite elbows. Just take a couple breaths. Ha. Yes. Keep breathing. In and out of that nose. Whew. Last couple moments here. Let's say, 8 rounds of breath. Just checking back in. Last few rounds. We got a little bit more to get to. So if you're with me, go and crawl the hands back out to your downward facing dog. On the inhale, right leg's going to lift up again. On the exhale, step it forward just like before, coming into that warrior one. Inhale to rise up, reach it up. Let's add on a couple more shapes. Reach up on the inhale. On the exhale, back foot's going to come parallel with the back of that mat. That front heel is going to dissect that back middle arch. The arms are wide and the gaze is forward over that front middle finger. Nice bend through that front knee. Hips now open towards the side. And your breath is steady. Beautiful. Last couple moments. If you're with me, go ahead and flip that right palm. Let's start to straighten that front leg and reverse what we call our triangle. Left hand just going to drop down by the side, and you're going to find some nice space through the right side ribs. You're just going to breathe. So front leg is straight, right side is reaching, left arm is just dropping low. Gaze where it feels best, maybe in front of your mat. Beautiful. Take a huge inhale, reach it back. Let's rebend that front knee again, and then right elbow, right knee, top arm either to the sky, or if you want a little bit more, let's reach it all the way forward, extended side angle. If you feel like that back leg is too far, you could always scoot it back in. Just breathe. Find that last bit of reach, last couple breaths. Notice I'm not sinking into this right shoulder. I'm really pressing that elbow into the knee. Take one more reach there. Let's come back to that reverse triangle. Inhale to straighten the front leg. Right arm leads up and back. Inhale. Rebend the knee as you cartwheel the hands down. Step back to plank and lower down slow. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Breathe it out. Switching sides. Now you know what to do on the left. The left side reaches. Step it forward. Back foot 45. Warrior one as you rise. Warrior two as you open. Again, find your warrior two on this side. Just check in. Upper body light. Lower body strong. Hips open. Breath steady. Check in. Last couple breaths. Beautiful. If you're with me, we're going to straighten that front left leg. Lift that left arm up and back. That right hand just drops down low as you find a nice side stretch through the left side ribs. Breathe into that. Filling up that left side lung. Last couple moments. One more full reach back. Let's rebend that front knee. Left elbow, left knee. Again, option for the top arm to the sky, or maybe the top arm towards the front as you let that right side body find some space this time. Again, not sinking into that left shoulder, really pressing that elbow into the knee and just breathing here. Beautiful. Find that last bit of reach there. We're going to come back to that reverse triangle. Straighten that front leg. Inhale, left arm leads. On the exhale, bend that front knee. Cartwheel the hand and lower down slow. Heart's going to lift. Downward facing dog. Exhale, yes. Let's flow that through. One breath, one movement. Couple times through. On your inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale's the warrior one. Exhale for warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Reverse your triangle. Rebend that front knee. Extend your side angle. Straighten the front leg. Reverse up and back. Cartwheel the hands down. Find a vinyasa as you lower down slow. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Left leg lifts. Step it forward. Inhale for warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Reverse triangle. Rebend that front knee. Extend your side angle. Inhale, you straighten that leg again. Reverse it. Cartwheel it down. Vinyasa out of that. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Keeping it moving. Right leg rises. Step it forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale for warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Reverse triangle. Rebend that front knee. Extended side angle. Straighten the leg again. Reverse it. Cartwheel it down. Wash all of that out. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Left leg. Step it forward. Inhale to rise. Exhale for warrior two. Straighten the leg. Reverse it. Rebend it as you reach it forward. Straighten that leg. Inhale, triangle. Reversed. Cartwheel it down. Wash all of that out. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Listen up. Right leg lifts. Step it forward. This time stay on the ball of the back toes. We're coming to what we call crescent lunge. So notice a little bit more balance here. We're going to get a little addition of balance into this last flow. So we're reaching up. Our legs are squeezing towards each other. Back leg is active. Arms are reaching. Let's bring the hands to the heart space. We're going to find a prayer twist. So you could either twist the upper body just towards the right, or you can bring that left elbow to hook the outside of that right knee. Stay here for 5. A little detoxification here. Last 2. Find that last twist. We're going to come back to crescent lunge on the breath in, strong and steady. And we're going to find a little more balance. Lean the upper body forward, shift into that right foot, and come into what we call third warrior or Digasana pose. And you just breathe as you take flight. Chest slightly lifted. Back leg active. Bottom leg active, but you could have a micro bend in that bottom knee if you needed. Last couple moments. We're only getting it one time today. Bend the bottom knee. Let's land back down to crescent lunge. Inhale to rise. Exhale, warrior two. You've been here before. Yes, flip that front palm. Keep the front knee bent. Let's reverse our warrior. Find a side stretch. We're going to come into another balancing shape called half moon pose. So when you're ready, massive breath in. Lean forward into that right foot. Take flight. Maybe that right hand comes down to your mat or a block or a water bottle, anything you have. Flex through the left toes. Stack the hips open. Left arm up towards the sky or to the left hip. Just breathe. Again, only one time today for this. Find that little element of balance. You're almost there. You just have one more side and a couple more shapes on this side. Find a huge inhale. Rebend that bottom knee. Let's reverse our warrior again. Cartwheel the hands down. Find your way through a vinyasa. Let the heart shine. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Last side, last thing for standing. Left leg lifts up. Step it forward, ball of the back toes. Remember this, root down through the feet as you rise into crescent lunge and you stay for 5 rounds of breath. Breathe. Yes. Ha ha, check in. Legs strong, upper body light. We're going to add that twist, hands to the heart space. Either twist the upper body or just bring that elbow to that left knee. Find your prayer twist for a few rounds here. Lots of length through the spine. Legs are steady. Breath in and out of that nose. Beautiful. If you're with me, go ahead and take your last full twist there. Slowly make your way back up to crescent lunge. Again, we're going to turn this into a little more balance. Lean the upper body forward. Shift into that left leg as you take flight. Maybe the arms down the ribs. Right leg is strong. Third warrior, you breathe. Again, only one time today, so just find the balance. If you fall, doesn't matter. Come back to meet us. Last 3. For 2. Bend the bottom knee. Let's come back to that crescent on the inhale. Warrior 2 as you exhale. Stay here. Beautiful. Flip that front palm. Let's reverse your warrior. Inhale. And one more element of balance. Lean the upper body forward. Shift into that left foot again. This time, stacking the hips. Top arm up towards the sky. Flexing those right toes. Breathing here. You're almost there. Just a few more shapes. Yes. Again, a nice traditional flow. It's simple. It's straightforward. And it's just enough. Find your breath in. Bend the bottom knee. Let's reverse our warrior. Massive breath in. Cartwheel it down. Wash all of that out as you lower. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Take a huge breath in. Maybe open the mouth. Right leg's gonna lift up. Bring that knee and the shin through as you come into what we call pigeon pose. Favorite in many yoga classes. Take an inhale, lift the chest. Fold over that front right leg as you're ready. And just come into a nice passive shape for that hip. If you need to wipe some sweat or grab some water, feel free. As we just start to cool ourselves down and wind our way out of this class. Beautiful. Stay and breathe. Maybe melt a little bit more if you can. Letting the head hang super heavy. Should feel nice in that outer right glute, right hip. If you ever need to make any adjustments, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, just keep staying here. About a minute left. One last huge inhale. Exhale, stay there. Slow as you need. We're going to bring one hand underneath each shoulder. Tuck the back left toe, zip the back knee up. Right leg lifts back up. Maybe bend the knee, open the hip. And then just make your way back to downward facing dog when you're ready. We'll switch sides. Left leg rises. Bring the knee and the shin through as you drop that back leg. Extend it long. Take an inhale to lift. Take an exhale to fold over that front left leg. Just breathing. Only here a few minutes. Just a nice touch into that left hip here. Last couple breaths. Take an inhale. Exhale, let it go. One hand underneath each shoulder, tuck the back right toe, zip the back knee up, left leg lifts up, bend the knee, open the hip. Set it back down, downward facing dog, press the chest back. Set the knees down, scoot the legs off to the side, and make your way onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest once you get there. Rock a little side to side, maybe some circles. Only when you're ready, plant the feet down about hips width. We're going to find one bridge pose today. Palms are going to come down to the mat. Lift the hips up towards the sky. Maybe roll the shoulders underneath. Maybe clasp the hands underneath if that was calling your name. You're here for 5. Lower down when you're ready. Once you get there, hug the knees back into the chest, rock side to side. Now we're going to come into what's called plow pose. If you know this is not right for you, just go ahead and come into a seated forward fold. Otherwise, bring the hands underneath the sacrum. Let's go ahead and lift the feet up towards the sky. And we're going to find a little momentum to get the hips up and over. And then maybe the toes come to the mat, maybe not. Maybe there's a bend in the knees. Maybe you support your low back with your hands. Plow pose. Breathe here. Making sure the gaze is neutral. We won't be here super long, so take your last couple breaths. We're going to come into a shoulder stand. So if not already, bring the hands to support the back. And when you're ready, slowly lift the feet up towards the sky, finding a nice stack of those hips. Breathe. Letting the blood flow come into the heart. We'll come back through plow pose just for transition, so bring those feet up and over again. As you do, slowly bring the hands down to the mat, and then bend through the knees as you slowly lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. As you come all the way down, hug the knees into the chest, rock a little side to side. We'll close with the supine twist, arms wide. Drop the knees over towards the right. Maybe the gaze over towards the left fingers, and just take 5 rounds of breath. One last inhale. Stay there, breathe out. Slow as you need, lift the knees back up through the chest. Drop the knees over towards the left. Maybe the gaze over towards the right. Just breathe. When you're ready, go and bring the knees back through center. Give yourself one last big squeeze into a little ball. Squeezing the fingers, the toes, anything we did not touch today. Take a breath in. Extend the legs. As you breathe out, extend the arms and find your way to your final rest. As always, if you have more time to stay, please stay. Otherwise, thank you for showing up and sharing your energy with me. Namaste.